Here's my quick long-term review of the BMW System 6 helmet. I can really recommend this helmet. It's comfortable, quiet, and it's got great ventilation. Modular helmet built by Schuberth based off the C3 Pro. They don't really sell Schuberths in Australia, so this is going to be your best bet to getting one. It's based off the same shell, but it's got a few minor changes to it. The biggest and noticeable one is the chin bar and the vents around the top. You can pick these up actually for a reasonable price. It's on the higher end of helmets, obviously, but when you compare it to other helmets like your Schuey AGTs, you're roughly going to be paying the same price. I picked this one up for 650 bucks from the BMW store. I got them down from 750, so they are willing to negotiate. You can get these for a pretty good steal. There is an update out now, this System 7, and I'll get to that later in a different video. So, on first glance, polycarbonate construction. You got your main top vent here, chin vent down there, and your button underneath the chin bar. Pull it up. The visor's got two little tabs, flip it up. Visor's interchangeable and it's got pin locks for an anti-fog visor. Good construction, about a medium-sized weight. So it's not going to be too heavy on your head and put a bit of pain on a longer ride. I've had this helmet for about a year and a half now, and I had a Shark Evo line before that, and I can tell you what, this is so much quieter and so much more comfortable. There are a few little nifty things that BMW and Schuberth have incorporated in, mainly Schuberth have incorporated in. They've got this anti-roll system that actually connects, I can't really pull it out, it actually connects to the chin straps inside here, so it stops the helmet from rolling off the back during a crash. I did say this helmet is extremely comfortable. That's because I've put in some very good materials, namely these wick away sweat material. So in a hot weather, hot days, your sweat's just going to get absorbed into this stuff. Easy to wash, it's easy to pull out. It's a bit of a puzzle to put back in with the straps and everything, but you'll eventually figure it out. So it's got some really nice materials up here, multi different kinds of material, not everything the same. As well as on the side, for a bit of comfort, it's got your visor, built-in sun visor to pull down. Just a little tab on the side. It's very handy. I haven't actually tried to swap it out yet. I wish I could. This is a ratchet style mechanism. Quick in, quick out. Great for easy, quick on and offs. And underneath the chin bar, it's got a little flap here to stop wind rolling up and around. The biggest praises I have for this helmet is the venting. When I first put this helmet on, it was a very hot day riding around in Australia, and I changed from my Shark Evo line, to this, and it was a godsend. This front vent there is fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Basically, it sort of looks a bit odd because the vents are actually on the top of the chin bar. What happens when you're going, even at low speeds, it comes in, forces air down, and then you can just sort of see it. There's a vent here, and it shoots a curtain of air up the front of your face. So in extremely hot days, you put this on and it's just a constant airflow coming up and shooting on just past your forehead. If you drop the sun visor down, it reduces the airflow to your face so it doesn't dry out your eyes, but if you pull it up, you can really feel it's a very strong vent and it really cools you down a lot. It's phenomenal. I really recommend it. And top vent as well, I gotta clean that out once you got it on. I first used it at high speed and oh my god, it was really good. It was drawing in air and you can just feel it. It's just like someone during a really hot day just running their fingers through your hair with a bit of a blowing motion on top of your hair, and it is really good. It definitely does make a huge difference. I was a bit worried when I first tried this on because, as you can see, the neck curtains here, they really do come in a bit. So there's a very small hole and it really clamps in underneath your head there, and I was worried that there wasn't going to be a lot of ventilation. Compared to my Shark Evo line that had more gaps between the neck and everything, there was a lot more ventilation compared to that. So don't worry about if you're living in a hot weather, this is definitely the helmet for you. The thing about this helmet though, it's not exactly a quick on and off. Like I said, because the neck roll tucks in and underneath your head there, the only way to really get it on nice and snug is you have to pull it off in a modular fashion like that. There's no quick on and off. You're gonna have to pull it up every time, but you quickly get used to it, and I tell you what, it's totally worth it in a winter scenario. And it does stop air from shooting up underneath, considering you've got this little chin curtain there. Like I did say, this is based off the Schuberth C3, and Schuberth's claim to fame with their helmets are the quietest helmets on the market. They claim that they can reduce speeds at 90 or 100 kilometers an hour down from 100 decibels to 85, but I can't confirm that with this helmet because it has a different chin bar. It protrudes a bit more, and I just generally don't have a decibel meter to stick into my helmet. I've used this up to speeds of 150 kilometers an hour compared to my Shark, and it is definitely considerably more quiet and more aerodynamic. But with that being said, I still do recommend earplugs, because even if it is down to 85 decibels, that's still dangerous to your hearing if you're going for longer than an hour. So I still do recommend earplugs, or if you do have earplug headphones, they're going to work very well, because this helmet does reduce the noise a considerable amount that you can actually listen to music quite clearly. I used to work 45-minute commute away from my home, and I just stick my headphones in and I can hear them clear as day. So it's really quite good what they've done on the aerodynamics here. Now, I did mention before that you can pull out the lining and wash it quite easily. I did it once. Unfortunately, I think I put it back in wrong because it's so difficult. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. It is really daunting to get back in, and I cannot figure it out yet. I may have to take this back to the BMW store and get them to do it, because it is quite tricky. It's a bit of a mind game there. Criticism I do have about this helmet is the visor. It's quite nice that they put a tab on both sides of the visor, easy to pull off and everything. Pin lock inserts for the anti-fog liners. Problem is, it's very clunky and noisy. It's quite clunky and noisy, and you just can't crack it just a little bit. You need a bit of finesse to really get it right. Apart from that, bit of a minor complaint. I just don't like it. I just don't like it, but it's not really something that's going to stop me from buying this again. When I first did buy this helmet, the comfort was very good. It was a very snug, tight fit, but a year and a half later, it still fits on very well. A lot of the helmets that I've tried and had for about a year, even up to that point, the foam on the inside gets quite soft, and it really starts to shake in your head. But with this helmet, a year and a half, constant use, I ride my motorcycle to work nearly every day, and I use this helmet, and it has not budged on my head. It is still very snug, and it still has a very good fit. So what they've done with the materials on the inside, well done. Well done, Schuberth. Well done, BMW. So, glory question. Would I buy this helmet again? No, because they've got the BMW System 7 now, and that thing is a fucking boss. But if it was 2015, 2016 again, yeah, definitely I'd buy this helmet again. It is so good for commuting, so good for touring. It's so multi-purpose, and I honestly take it everywhere. I don't actually really want to stick a camera on there, because the only really place I can put it is up here, given it's a modular helmet. And where are you going to put it? Oh, there, possibly, but this is my pride and joy. I fucking love this thing. I'm not going to put any adhesives on it. I love this thing. I'm going to keep it for as long as I can. So that's been the review of my BMW System 6 helmet. I hope you like it. If you've got any questions, just throw it in there. I can answer it for you. And if you ever see these sitting around in a shop, I do recommend you buy one. Unless you've got the Schuberth C3 there, then maybe go for that one too. But competitor-wise, beat this with another modular helmet.